Hello and welcome to this afternoon taste challenge. I have two American whiskeys. One is famous, one is obscure. This is Seagram 7 Crown, introduced in 1934, 90th anniversary, but there's been no promotion for it. I guess it does wear the crown because it is the most popular American blended whiskey sold in every liquor outlet in America. Brown bottle, good, protects it from the light damage. Hello to you, Max Walt, and the Russian Federation. Got dark brown, khaki, gold, and red. No age statement. 75% grain neutral spirits, 25% straight whiskey. 750 milliliter bottle will run about, well, you might find it on sale for like $14.99. Yeah, you might find it a deal on it. I mean, I doubt it, but you might. Okay, because it is popular. They don't usually discount it. They don't need to. All right, here's Well Made. Trademark. There's a branding iron, American blended whiskey, introduced in 2017, so it's only been on the market 7 years. 80 proof, no age statement either, no website listing as well. You get on Diageo, they don't talk about it. 79% grain neutral spirits, 21% straight whiskey. So it's only 21% straight whiskey. This one is 25%. Oh, well. And I suspect that they're both from Indiana, although it just says American blended whiskey, meaning it can be from anywhere in America. So could that lineup change from time to time? It could. They wouldn't be lying. They just say, hey, we said it's from America. All right, they're both chestnut brown, so the appearance won't matter. Coming from the same company, Diageo, the world's largest liquor company. I think these are only sold in liter bottles because they're well made for the Well line of Well liquors. Seagram 7, do you see that one in a Well at the bar, tavern, restaurant, bar and grill, pub? No. Normally it's up on the shelf in view where you have to call for that one. Give me a Seagram 7 and 7 Up, a 7 and 7, stuff like that. So it'll be a little pricier. I was in New Orleans last year, or it could have been earlier this year, but I think it was last year. And I asked the bartender at a pretty popular seafood restaurant. I said, he had it up there on the bar. I said, do y'all sell a lot of this stuff? He said, Seagram 7? He said, people buy that all the time. We sell that all the time. So he looked at me crazy, like, of course we sell that. That people buy that. They order that all day, all night, in the French Quarter. So he found it kind of a strange question, I guess, but he sort of chuckled. All right. Used to be more popular 50 years ago, but it's still got a following, quite a big following. Okay, there's the website, Seagram 7 Crown Blended Whiskey. Isn't it so true? Oh, so very true. With a rich heritage. Excuse me. A blended American whiskey, Seagram 7 Crown, is blended and aged in oak. Well, all whiskey has to be aged in oak, so that's a meaningless statement. With its smooth, sweet taste and creamy vanilla, Seagram 7 Crown, there's a typo, approachable, should say crowns, apostrophe S, and smooth taste profile stands up against today's biggest shot brand in its signature drink, the 7 and 7. Doesn't look like they changed this website for years. The 7 Crown Distilling Company, New York. Diageo. Well, they're showing a highball. alluring, clean, and hints of citrus in the nose. A smooth, sweet taste, creamy vanilla finish. Well, they're telling you right there, Diageo. There's your answer. There's your answer. Scotch is good. Protects it from the light. Clear bottle. Well, it might be pretty, but it doesn't protect it from the light. Ron, have you tried Campbell's tomato soup designed by Andy Warhol? I don't think he designed the soup label. I just think he copied the label when he did some pop art, right? Yes, I've tried it. I think. Sure, I've tried it. But I usually buy the like Food Club or Surefine or Clover Valley because they're a lot cheaper and they taste just as good. To me now, to me. I can't speak to other people. Bobby says, hey, Jay, hey to you. All right. Thanks for watching. Got to fix this lamp. I had moved the lamp in the room to do another review at nighttime, so I needed more light, but I didn't put it back quite right. It looks like it's right now. Okay. This could be tough, and this will. I thought I had finished on Sunday, and then I realized after I did my video Sunday, I was like, "Oh, I didn't finish." That was yesterday. I didn't finish. I have one more blended whiskey challenge to do. So if I win this, it'll put me at 9 wins, 7 losses. No, I'm saying that wrong. I'm 8-6 right now. 8-6. 8-6. 8 wins, 6 losses. It'll put me at 9-6. And if I lose, it'll be 9-7. Either way, I can't finish with a losing record. All right. But this one has been tough. Well made. Yeah, I guess it's well made. It's a well made American blended whiskey. No knock against it, but it doesn't really differentiate itself from the other ones. It tastes like a lot of the other ones. Just kind of standard. It's like everything's standard about it, which makes sense because it's designed to be a well whiskey. So yeah, it sort of makes a lot of sense. All right. Glad I only paid $9 for it though. I know I'm giving my age away, but a good 7-7 is one of the best drinks even today. Really? I think this is 2024. I think in 1974 it was really big, right? But still, I'm sure a lot of bars have 7-7s. Hey, Jay, Seagram 7 has only been produced in Lawrenceburg, Indiana throughout its history, says KS. I don't know. I think mostly yes, but could it have been side produced at other distilleries over the years? It's possible because it only says American blended whiskey. That's all they're claiming. They're claiming it's made in America. No specific distillery. So could they have done some contract overflow, where they contract with another distillery to pick up slack if they get behind? Probably, well, possibly at least. I don't know about probably, but they just say, make it taste like this. Okay. But I really don't know the answer, but it always tastes the same. Like this is the second bottle I've had, and I never see any variation. It's not like, oh, this one's off. No, I don't think so. All right, let's check on the prices real fast though, just for curious. I'm curious. I don't know about you. I'm curious. So let's see. Shop Winn-Dixie. That's a local store, half a mile from here. I could walk to it 10 minutes. Okay. Type in Seagram's. I know it's going to come up. Well, a lot of things are going to come up. Seagram's Escapes, the beer, the flavored beer, but Seagram's Gin. Yep, there it is. Seagram's Escapes. Oh man, the berry. They got the berry pack, blueberry, peach, blackberry, and cherry. Okay, I don't think a peach is a berry. Okay, Seagram's Extra Dry Gin, very common. Seagram's Ginger Ale. Well, of course. Seagram's VO from Canada. All right, let's see. Seagram's 7 Crown. Here we go. $14.99. Well, I could show you the website real fast. Seagram's 7 Crown is very well made and agreeable product, says Jason. I guess millions of people every day agree with you on that. Put your feet up, relax, and let the crisp aroma Seagram's 7 Crown American Blended Whiskey envelop you. This is coming from Winn-Dixie. They got it from obviously the producer. Our whiskey has a smooth, slightly sweet taste that leaves your palate with a creamy vanilla finish. For American whiskey is 80 proof and carefully blended and aged barrels to bring out its bold flavors. Simply mix. So that's right. Lead you to mixing. Simply mix Seagram's 7 Crown blended American whiskey and lemon lime soda in a highball glass with ice for a signature 7 and 7 cocktail. Includes okay, 1 bottle. Okay, all right. There you go. $14.99. It's the special. They're claiming they discounted it from $18.99. No, that seems kind of high. Till November 3rd. Let's see what Walmart's showing. It's probably going to be the same, but it won't be a sale price. You see what I'm saying? Seagram. Oh, it's cheaper. It's 14 cents at your local Walmart. $11.98. So that was showing the wrong. $11.98. Not available. Sold out. Well, what do you know about that? That's a strange thing. Okay. All right. So the handle, 2142, the big glass plastic bottle. Aisle Z. Walmart says distilled liquor aged to bring out its bold flavors. Of course. Yeah, same write up as Winn-Dixie. Your feet up, relax, and let the crisp blah 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 blah. All right, there you go. You know where that's coming from. It's not something they wrote. One more. Wow, in total. $12.99. $18.99. So put your feet up, relax. Okay, yeah, all right, we get it now. It's the same in every store. Did you ever hear of Seagram's branded wine coolers? My mom used to drink these. Okay, no, I never heard of those, but I've seen Seagram's. We always get Seagram's Escapes, which is beer-based, what you would call coolers. Seagram's Escapes. There's a new Seagram's Escape Fusion, which is not seen 5%. Seagram's Escapes are 3.2. Then there's the 5%, and then Seagram's Escape Spiked are 8, and we get those very commonly. All right, aroma. Yeah, whiskey, you know what I mean, like wood, oak, corn, a lot of corn, yellow corn. I like yellow corn, so I mean, I eat corn, whole kernel, creamed, but they're not going to use cream corn in this. You know, no, I mean, little rye maybe. Now their website, if you noticed, I was looking at it, said blended and aged in oak. Well, they're not blending it with grain neutral spirits and then aging it in oak, because then the spirits wouldn't be blended. They wouldn't be grain neutral anymore. They would be whiskey. In fact, they would be aged whiskey. Once it goes in an oak barrel for a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, then it's whiskey. It's not grain neutral spirits. Now you might be saying, oh, but wait, how do you know they don't take straight bourbon, blend it with grain neutral spirits, which is like corn, ethanol, and then age it for 3 years, 4 years? It have to be 4 years because no age statement, and then sell it. It could be that, but then it wouldn't be that in the final product. You see what I'm saying? The final product says 75% grain neutral spirit. So I'm telling you now, they're taking 75% of what I'm drinking is grain neutral spirits, which is unaged, or if you want to call it moonshine, watered down to 80 proof. You know, they bring it down to 80 proof with water from the faucet. Of course, it's treated water. If it was true moonshine, it would be so hot, you couldn't drink it, kill you, like Everclear or Gem Clear or Gem Clear or Diesel. All right, taste now. So the aroma is similar, very similar, like identical. Could these be coming from the same distillery? Yes, most likely that's what's happening. Taste. All right. Vanilla, oak, no charred oak. No, forget that. Vanilla, oak, sugar, sweet. They say on the website, vanilla and sweetness. There you go. It's got it. They ain't lying. Honeysuckle nectar, yeah. Almost like a cream, though. I always notice that Seagram 7 would be creamy. All right, over here. It's very similar. Same company, same proof, 80. Same aging, meaning no age statement, so they're at least 4 years old. Basically the same price, except I guess the well-made's a little, I guess the well-made's a little cheaper because it's made for the well. But I mean, I didn't really pay the right price. It's not really $9. I just saw it for $9, so I bought it. That's not really the true price. They pretty much like the same. Now, if you show up at a party with this, people will be like, oh yeah, 7 Crown. They'll be glad. If you show up with this, they'd be like, what is that? That's weird. I'm gonna hate it. They're gonna hate it. They never tried it. I wonder if Seagram's VO, although owned by Sazerac, is produced in the MGP Lawrenceburg distillery. That's not possible. That's not possible because it's made in Canada. Seagram's VO is a Canadian blended whiskey, so it cannot be produced anywhere in the United States. It's produced, you know what I mean, distilled, blended, and aged in Canada. Distilled, blended, and aged in Canada. It can be bottled in the U.S. because that's simply pouring it in a bottle and capping it. But the production has to be in Canada, so no. Now, I know they made an agreement with Diageo when they bought it. What was that, 2018? That Diageo would still continue to produce it for them for 6 years. So this will be the end of the 6 years now, until they were able to get all their production going over here in the United States or at the Sazerac distillery in Montreal, because they have their own distillery in Montreal. Because they got to age it. I think if you look on the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, LCBO, it claims that VO is aged 6 years. And I mean, you know where they're getting that from, the distillery, although there's no official age statement. 6 years. So let's say the day that they bought it, they were putting it in the barrels over there in at Diageo's, I guess, Crown Royal Distillery, or one of their other distilleries in Canada. Well, it's already in the barrel, and they got it on the rick in the rick house. So they're like, oh well, okay, we'll just handle that, and then. But once the 6 years is over, then you got to take it up. No, okay, that was part of the deal. So it's probably a transition period right now. You see, you might get some bottles from the old Montreal distillery, the newer one, or you might get them from the older distillery previous to the buyout. But it'd be transitioning right now. But regardless of that, it's going to all be coming from Canada. And I don't know if I'm going to bring Seagram's VO back because I've done enough of it, and the VO Gold, which I still see every day. Honestly, I'd like to bring in VO Black, the new VO Black from the last 4 or 5 years, 90 proof, and that's a total Sazerac production right there. They added VO Black. So I really would be curious to bring that one in more than anything else. Don't bother looking it up because you'll never find a website listing for it. But I've seen it in the store, and you can't say I haven't. This one's fine, but I don't know what it is. Tastes like Seagram 7, but then the well-made tastes like Seagram 7. So puts me in a bit of a pickle there. But this one here, I don't know what it is, but this one has a more pronounced flavor. It's a little stronger oak note. It's a little more heavy-handed on the oak, and I don't mean that in a bad way. So I am thinking here live in Louisiana, I'm thinking that it could be the well-made, because I found that the well-made was a little stronger, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. You say, oh no, they use the term bolder. It's bolder. It's a bolder product. Okay, I'll say that. Okay, a bolder product, which is strange because you think for the well it would be more bland if it's a well whiskey. But anyway, last sip, and then I gotta call it because I can't just keep going back and forth. I don't know though. That one has a little sour note. I don't remember Seagram 7 ever having any sourness. No. If y'all think these taste challenges are easy, I got to tell you, you're wrong. They're not. They're tough, especially with very similar products like these two. This is tough. This is rough. I'm going to say, I keep batting it back and forth. I keep changing my ideas, but I think maybe I have to take one more sip. I know this much. They're very close. Oh, so very close. Now, the whole thing is theoretical because the chances of you finding well-made are basically zero. But I found it. I mean, there it is. I got the bottle. My friend Dave was like, man, you've been drinking a lot of it. I said, well, I've been doing taste challenges. You know, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, by the time you get to the end, well, you're halfway through the bottle. But let's for the sake of argument, let's assume, which is not correct, but let's assume that they were both commonly available, which is definitely not the case. And that they were close to the same price. Which one would I buy? Well, obviously I would buy whatever one was cheaper. I wouldn't care. If this was $1 cheaper, I'd buy it. But I'd be, of course, doing unit pricing. I always do unit pricing, price per ounce. which baffles some people. I don't know why, but you should have paid attention in math class. But anyway, last sip. It's literally the last sip. Something a little peculiar about it. I'm going to say this is the well made. I got it. I knew there was something strange about it. It was like How 9000. I can't put my finger on it, but something strange about him. And I guess that's that little inferiority thing going on that doesn't let it be 7 Crown. It's got to be well made. Oh man, so that puts me at 9 wins, 6 losses. Well, not the best record, but considering the circumstance, considering the circumstances, 60% is not so bad. Good evening, Ronald, says David. I never had the well made before. Haven't had Seagram 7 in 31 years. 31 years. Might be time for a revisit. What do you think? If you rejoin Alcohol Eggs and all that on Facebook, you could talk about it. We would know about it. We would know about it. Okay, so the winner is the one that's always the winner. Seagram 7 is the winner because it has a slightly better flavor, but honestly, it barely won. But then, of course, it was an in-house challenge. It was Diageo common brand versus Diageo's super obscure brand. All right, so there you go. You say, I always wanted to try an American blended whiskey. Are any of them any good and worth checking out? Yeah, here's one, Seagram 7 Crown. Buy it. Now, some people were going to argue that it may be the only one. Well, that's not really true. But if you want to be on the safe side, it is. Because you can find some that have, let's call it exotic flavors. And I'm not saying that in a good way. All right, so to be on the safe side, go with Seagram 7 Crown. If you're more adventurous and a risk taker, and you don't mind taking chances, which are usually not going to work out so well, in this case, go ahead, try all the American blended whiskeys you can find, but don't come back complaining to me because I told you that it was a little bit dicey. With bourbon, you'd be a little bit more on the safe side. Yeah, well, that's my experience. All right, well, y'all take care now. Bye-bye, and see ya, God willing, tomorrow morning at dawn. Well, before dawn, because with daylight savings time, but in the morning with another. Now we're going back to bourbon taste challenge. Matthew Ryan says, cheers, everyone. Cheers to you. Grismo says, Canadian Club is my fire. I like Canadian Club, actually, but my bottles are gone. I went through them, I went through them like I was trying to get through them, and I got through them, and I enjoyed them. And don't worry, because we are going to go to Canadian whiskey after we go through the bourbon again, because I got to double up bourbon. I have to do bourbon, blended whiskey, and back to bourbon. Because if I don't, I'll be 100 years old, and I'll still be trying to open my 23 bottles. And I'm not kidding. So stay tuned for tomorrow morning, and we'll be on to bourbon, which is always exciting. Bourbon's always exciting. You know that. I know that. The American people know that. All right. Take care now. Bye-bye.